Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Good morning everyone. Today I, Riyansh Kaba,
And I, Vivan Arora.
will be presenting a short skit on Newton's third law for you. We are from Sun City School. Hey Vivan, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I'm just practicing for my state finals. You know, my boxing tournament is coming up.
Well, when are they?
They're just next week. They're really close.
So, did you forget about the science exam that is literally tomorrow?
I didn't. But science is easy. I know everything.
Oh, really? Don't you remember last time how phenomenally you scored in physics? Only 1 mark.
You're decreasing them now. I scored 1.5, but it's fine.
That's not much better, okay?
But now I do remember everything about physics.
Okay, since you're so good at it, tell me a little bit about Sir Isaac Newton.
So, Sir Isaac Newton, he created Newton's third law of motion.
Yeah, okay.
He was a mathematician and a physicist, and he was a really big scientist.
Oh, okay. Do you remember how he created the 3 laws of motion?
Yes, Sir Isaac Newton discovered the 3 laws of motion by studying astronomy of other scientists like Galileo Galilei and René Descartes. He also invented the calculus before Leibniz.
Wow, you actually know quite a lot about Sir Isaac Newton.
I do.
But did you actually even study the syllabus? Like, do you know what Newton's third law of motion actually even is?
I can't define it, but can I give an example it to you?
Okay, go ahead.
When I punch someone, they will punch me back. Action, reaction, there.
That is not the most perfect example. It is more of a metaphorical example. Try again.
Wait, if I slap a car, then the car slaps me back?
Do you really think that even happens? No.
Maybe.
Okay, let me explain it to you in very simple terms. Newton's third law states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. For example, walking. Have you ever thought about it? How it works?
I haven't really.
Bro, you just take everything for granted, don't you?
I do.
Okay, let me explain it to you. Walking works like this. We push the ground back, the ground pushes us forward, and that's how we walk.
Oh,
Action and
wait.
reaction.
If walking is an example, can swimming be also an example?
Yeah.
Because when we are swimming, we push the water forward from one of our hands and the water pushes in the opposite direction and we are able to go forward.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're getting it.
But wait, can I see a video of it to explain myself better?
Okay, go ahead. So, as you can see in this video, the ball is going downwards. It's exerting a force on the ground, which is the action. Now the force is exerting an equal and opposite reaction on the ball, which makes it bounce.
Oh, so that's how it works.
Did you get
I
it
think
now?
I'm getting it now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you'll score at least 2 marks this time. Anyways, let me give you one last example before we get on with the demonstration so that I can show it to you practically.
Okay.
Have you ever thought how birds fly? Like, they just flap their wings and magically they are up in the air.
I haven't really.
Well, let me explain it to you. When a bird tries to fly, it flaps its wings. That pushes the air downwards. The air in return pushes the bird upwards, which makes it fly.
Oh, so that's how birds also fly, obeying
Yeah.
Newton's third law of motion.
Yeah.
I see that waveboard behind you. Wait, can skateboarding be also an example? Because when we skateboard, we keep one of our legs on the skateboard and we push the ground backwards and hence we are able to go forward.
Yeah, wait, let me show that to you in detail. Now I have kept my foot on the skateboard and my other foot is on the ground. I push the ground backwards with my other foot and therefore I am able to skate. That's how the skateboard starts moving.
Oh, I have another example. Wait, I do have a balloon too.
Okay,
You see this
show me.
balloon?
How does it work with a balloon?
when the balloon is inflated, it will have air in itself, and the balloon will be exerting some force on the air to come back to its rest position. And as soon as we release the balloon will put force on the air and the air will get out, which shows Newton's third law of
Okay.
motion.
But how does the balloon actually fly?
The balloon flies because of the air starting to get out of the balloon, which is a reaction of the balloon putting a force on the air.
That actually sounds correct. You're starting to learn and get better than me.
I am.
That can't be true.
But wait, Riyansh, I have a question.
Yeah?
If forces are really equal and opposite, why don't they just cancel out?
That's a good question. Wait, let me think. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Did you even pay attention to sir while he was teaching? No, right? The forces are equal and opposite, but they can't cancel out due to the fact that they are acting on different objects. The action and reaction are on two different objects. For example, when I walk, the action is on the ground and the reaction is on me. That's how I move.
Oh, so that's why, because they're on different bodies, they can't be cancelled.
Yeah, otherwise nothing would ever happen.
Oh, wait. To sum it up, can I give a summary so that I can score even better marks?
Okay, go ahead. Let's see if you're correct.
So, in short, if there is an object A and an object B, and object A exerts some pressure on the object B
Yeah.
will exert the same pressure on object A.
Yeah.
Which shows the symmetry in nature that forces always occur in pairs, and a body cannot exert a force without experiencing one itself.
Beautiful definition, if I must say. Very well done. I think
Thank you.
you're done with Newton's third law. Now let's move to the second and the first one. Thank you.